For countries having common resources like rivers and lakes, it has always been of interest to establish regimes which could be able to regulate the use of these resources. The United States and Canada have been pioneers in establishing such regimes based on common interest and responsibility. In its report, Our Common Future, the World Commission on Environment and Development underlined the importance of managing our common resources in a way that will satisfy the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to satisfy their needs. This is what sustainable development is all about. Sustainable development is an ambitious concept. It implies that we must transform the way we organize our societies and transcend the stage of just trying to cope with the rapid changes taking place. We must anticipate and prevent, and we must seize control of our future through a new and more active management of global change. We need solutions that can work. Changes depend on whether we are able to address the problems in a comprehensive and systematic manner, and to produce and implement forward-looking decisions. Democracy and broad participation from all sectors of society are key prerequisites for global change. We need a strong and conscious public opinion to keep democratic pressure on political decision-making alive. In order to make decisions that will improve the environment, governments depend upon an environmental movement in the population that is strong enough to support even the most difficult decisions. In fact, all political decisions must be supported or have the potential support of the majority of the people. Only then can truly effective change come about. There's a close linkage between ecology and economy. The industrialized countries have been developing for decades without paying for the damage done to the environment. Economic growth has been seen as the leading indicator of development. We cannot continue to measure growth as we have been used to. It is essential that we fully recognize the ecological dimension when searching for new answers and solutions. Growth that degrades the environment is not progress, but deterioration. We must integrate environmental concerns into all levels of economic planning, performance, and accounting. A truly effective strategy for change must be built on a cradle-to-grave approach. From scientific exploration and technological innovation through the cycles of production, transportation, and consumption to emissions control and waste disposal. Industry is perhaps the leading instrument of change that affects the environment resource base of world development. It has been a main cause of air, water, and soil pollution, of resource depletion, and of dangerous waste materials. But industry also possesses the capability to help us find cleaner, safer technologies and enhance the resource base and extend its use. Sustainable industry requires Sustainable industry requires a transformation of corporate culture, which includes the environment as a core value. This can only be achieved through a broad interaction between industry and other sectors of society. Industry must join forces with governments in developing an environment for growth that also fosters growth for the environment, and governments must design framework conditions that help rather than hinder sustainable development. We need policies that encourage environmentally sound investments and make them profitable. We must make better use of the market to give us a cleaner environment more quickly and at less cost. Left to itself, the market is a very inadequate instrument for environmental management. In our present economic system, Market prices do not reflect the environmental costs of exploitation, production, consumption, and waste management. I believe much can be done by combining the effects of standards, emissions limits, and new economic instruments. We experience that the nation state is too small a scene for addressing regional and global environmental degradation. In an age of rapidly growing global interdependence, the traditional nation state is increasingly unable to tackle the challenges of modern civilization alone. To meet the environmental challenges facing us, we need both regional, bilateral, and international cooperation. The Great Lakes represents... so good. Good morning. It's about 8 a.m. Good morning. I get up early. I'm a farm girl. Hang on, where am I? The Great Lakes represent an important resource to the United States and Canada. Over 20 million residents depend on the Great Lakes for drinking water. They support considerable industrial production, and they are the world's largest inland water transportation network. They are the world's largest inland water transportation network. To foreigners, the Great Lakes are known as a beautiful recreation area. Unfortunately, human activities in the area have caused severe damage to the environment. The RAP program is a result of common concern and shared responsibility for the important resource that the Great Lakes represent. By joining forces from all sectors of society, it has proved possible to identify common goals and to develop common actions to restore the degraded areas. The regimes already existing have proved to be able to meet the new environmental challenges. Information about the RAP program should be of interest far beyond the borders of the United States and Canada, and experiences made from this program should be useful knowledge in our efforts to secure our common future. That was Gro Harlem Brundtland, Prime Minister of Norway, Chair, United Nations World Commission on Environment and Development.